Alrighty, so here's a walk around of the car. I'll start with the beginning. CX Racing intercooler, eBay special. The intercooler piping came with the kit, but it wasn't actually meant for it, this setup. But I have a buddy who welds for a living, and he got it all welded up for me. The welds are perfect. He does aerospace, so of course they are. The headlights are from GTR, so it has a GTR front conversion. This is a GTST, so it's got the fenders and the brakes and stuff converted already, which is cool. I have a Koil radiator, which is fun. I have a Tiel wastegate, or a blowoff valve. There's also a Tiel wastegate down there somewhere. Right there, there you go. Tiel wastegate. It needs to be plumbed in, so it's a total screamer pipe right now, but it works. I have a front-facing intake plenum from eBay. It's a clone of something else. I don't remember what it's called, but it's yeah. Stock intake runners because the torque is terrible on these cars if you replace them. Oh well. I have 800cc injectors from Deatschwerks. Plan to do E85, but I haven't done any of the work to actually do E85, so yeah. HKS timing gears and belt, which is pretty cool. Purple is a theme for this car. They're both purple. Went with R8 coil packs. These are an OEM part that NKG makes. You can get them pretty cheaply, all things considered. You just have to get this this conversion kit, which is like a aluminum thing from eBay, and then it just drops in. Wiring harness just connects into the OEM harness from wiring specialties, which is really cool. The turbo is a Holset HY35, which is out of a Dodge pickup truck from like 2002 or something like that. It's an OEM part, so they're easy to find. Fortune 500 coil packs or coilovers. Those are awesome. I love how good they feel. They feel better than my daily. Haltech boost control solenoid, chase bays, power steering reservoir with the Hikis delete work done, so it doesn't have Hikis anymore. That's what that little bung's there for. Yeah, it's got original alternator, and that's it. But power steering pump and water pump have been replaced. eBay catch can, of course. As far as the motor goes, the head has Kalford head, or 270 cams, and springs and valve guides. It does have original valves in them, but they've been cleaned up and they weren't bent or anything. They were totally fine, so there's no need to replace them. As far as the lower end goes, the bottom end goes, I have an original or a stocked RB20 crank, or the one that it came with, but they're pretty strong. And spool, rods, and Supertech Pistons. Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't bore it out or anything, just original size. I just cleaned up the short block and head and reassembled everything with new parts. Have an ISR power steering or fuel pressure regulator. It's pretty nice. I've heard mixed things about these, but it works. It's gold. Let's see what else. Nothing up here. Let's go to this side. Oh, jeez. Car's pretty dusty, but we'll get there. Completely random plug, but quick jacks are awesome if you need to work in a garage and have no space for an actual jack or an actual lift. Here's the interior. So that's a GTR seat, and that's the GTST seat. It came with these. I have a 92 Skyline, so I have the grayer dash. The earlier Type 1 models had a different color dash, which is pretty cool. It has a random turbo timer that I turn off every single time I turn the car on. I just haven't gotten there. Another fun thing is this car used to be an automatic. So every time you put it in reverse, the reverse light comes on. So that's fun. That's the automatic control box. I can get rid of it. I just haven't. I have a Haltech gauge, pretty cool because you can display any of the parameters that the Haltech can see on a gauge. You just Wi-Fi connect it with an app, and there you go. AEM Wideband Gauge. The Haltech Platinum Pro is what's running the car, which is pretty awesome. I also have an R33, what is it, GT3 NEO, something like that, GTSE 3 NEO. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a brand new transmission from Nissan when they were doing the Heritage program, so it's brand new. It's also got a Cubespeed short shift. This thing's awesome. It's very, very notchy, very much. I love that upgrade. I needed a shifter anyway, so I had to get it. In the back, I also have a legit half cage. So it's an AGI cage straight out of Australia. Yeah, it was shipped all welded up. It came in a big box. That was a fun day. Little random thing. That is the original color of the car, and it's also the rarest color of these cars. Kind of sucks, but you know what? I have midnight purple. I'll take that. And just some random crap in there. The trunk. Yeah, no, the car is pretty dusty, I'm gonna admit, but it's been sitting for 4.5 years. If you've seen the recent Mighty Card Mods video where they just finished their GTR, I feel like I'm all alone in this because I'm literally like right there. But this is a GTST, it's not as fun. I have a battery isolator because I removed or relocated the battery to the back. I have what is it? Optimum yellow top. It's an AGM battery, so you can beat them up and discharge them a bunch, and they do pretty well. The car has an issue where it loses power, like the battery drains if you leave it connected. So that's what the little breaker right there is for. I need to replace that with an isolator because that thing pops every time you try to crank it for a minute. The fuel pump is also a Walbro 255 pre-standard, and it's got the relay, so it actually connects directly to the battery box. That's what this little cable is. Here's the rear end. It is awesome, and I got a really good plate. 23 R32. 23 in Japanese sounds like Nissan. It's pretty cool. Nissan actually used that for some of their cars they race in Japan, so it's a pretty cool little connection. Yeah, the car definitely needs a car wash. The window seals are starting to peel. They all have them. Unfortunate, and I do have a dash bubble. Oh well, everyone's got it. My center console is also cracked. I actually broke it when I got it, so I was almost lucky, and then I wasn't. And then I got a Momo race wheel. It's been on the car since I've gotten it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, that's pretty much it. It's been many years and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but yeah, no, the car is awesome and it runs. It used to have Haltech, and then it doesn't anymore, so sweet. But yeah, that's my car.